Hey guys, this is Harsha Kassetti back again, and I'm going to focus on the tip number two, or I would say the most common question I usually get from people is resources. It's a very confusing world out there, and the reason I say it's a very confusing world out there, there's number of notes that are available. Everybody claims they are the best. There's number of books that people are recommending for passing plab 2, and it's just too confusing. In terms of the prioritization as the most important resources, I would say the number one resource is the information that you gain from people who are giving the exam. Because I say that is that the number one resource is because you got to focus on the things that is going to come, that has actually come in the last few months in the exam. That is a very high yielding thing. So to me, that is number one resource. Being connected with the people who are actually giving the exam or who are given the exam is your first resource, is my view. Now, although there are a number of notes, I don't want to say one is better than the other, something is better than. But in general, the most difficult challenge with preparing for plab 2 exams is people tend to waste 3 to 4 months time finding out which notes is the best and what is the best resource to use. So hence, I would say Aspire Notes is probably one of the best in terms of the notes that you can use because it covers all the cases. It provides you good management. So if you're looking at one important resource, then that's Aspire Notes. Secondly, the best and the most important way, at least for me, to learn is actually listening to somebody else, who is talking to the patient. And when I really want to look at somebody else speaking to the patient, I always looked at the iMedics videos because those conversations were fantastic. They're probably 12 out of 12 score videos. I know I can't be as good as that, but at least you understand what the best actually looks like. That is a very important way. I don't know, many people have different ways of sort of learning. If your way of learning is actually watching and learning, then I would advise iMedics videos are fantastic. There are about 100 odd videos on various cases. Have a look at them. And in fact, sometimes it's much more easier. There are lots of free patient consultation videos. Let's say, for example, you want to look at psychiatric cases, and if let's say you're looking at depression, just put depression OSCE in YouTube, or you can put depression plab 2, and a lot of good videos will come up. And especially when the likes are higher, when more people have viewed it, you're looking at something very, very helpful. That to me was one of the best resource in general, watching other people do this conversation with patients and doing it very well and telling us what is 12 out of 12 actually means. So that is a really important resource again to pass plab 2. And then very, very important again in terms of making sure that you save the information that you actually reading. In that part, I would say the best and the most important resource of all the resources that I've spoken about is also the NHS websites. NHS website with the patient information specific. So when you're talking to a patient and providing management, I personally feel the best management is on the NHS website, and it's also written in the patient specific language, and I would really look at that. It's difficult to print all of them and keep it. So personally, my view was I made my own notes for every such scenario and wrote down the management from the NHS website. So just to summarize the most important resources, first, your connection with people who are doing the exam or who done the exam, which is all the WhatsApp group, Facebook groups, and being aware of what's coming in the recent exams. Number one resource. Number two resource, Aspire Notes, probably one of the best. Number three resource, that you must be aware is videos on the YouTube, and then the videos on the iMedics, really good ones in terms of how to have conversations with the patients. And finally, as I said, the most important priority is the NHS website on every disease area and what the treatment should be, and most importantly, making your own notes that you can actually revise just before the exam. That is, in summary, what you need as the most important resources. And if you do these four, and I don't think you need any other textbook, I don't think you need any Oxford Medicine Oxford Medicine book or OSCE books. I don't think any of that is required. So focus on these four. I'll be back with more details on the other tips in the next video. Thank you.